Yo, what is going on YouTube? I am Germ here. Today in this video, we are going to be going around the stock market, giving you some of the latest news, the biggest stories, and the biggest movers in the market today, because there's stories happening all over the place. There's so much stuff to follow. So we're trying to give you, quick hits from all around the market. So definitely drop a like if you guys do enjoy it. I would appreciate that so much. And subscribe to stay up to date on all of my latest content so you guys don't miss out on anything. Of course, as always, no financial advice in this video. I'm not telling you guys to buy anything, sell anything like that. Just going over the news and going over some stories, giving my thoughts and opinions. With that being said, let's get right into this. First stock that we're talking about today is AST Space Mobile Incorporated. This is ticker symbol ASTS, and this stock went insane today. First, I guess I want to check in with just the major indices so we can get kind of a context of what all these moves mean. Dow Jones was up 2% today, S&P about 2.5%, NASDAQ about 3.5%, which is a very, very crazy move, and the Russell was up 2.7%. So yes, ASTS majorly outperformed the market. Yes, this was a great day for the stock market all over the place, but not every stock was up 45%. Year to date, this one is now up 18.98%. Kind of going into the day, we were down a little bit, but obviously a 45% day in a single day can change some things for you. This company is at around a $1.78 billion market cap, and what is going on with this one today? AST Space Mobile announces a multi-launch agreement with Spacex for planned direct-to-cell phone connectivity. So obviously a very, very big deal. SpaceX, Elon Musk, bunch of buzzwords, a bunch of things that are going to get investors and shareholders and the market very, very excited. When we dive into this a little bit deeper, we hear that, hey, AST Space Mobile, the company building the first and only space-based cellular broadband network accessible directly by standard mobile phones. Sounds pretty crazy, sounds pretty exciting. Today announced that it has that it has signed a multi-launch agreement with Space Exploration Technologies Corp, SpaceX. In addition to the planned summer launch of the Blue Walker 3 test satellite, the agreement covers the launch of the first Bluebird satellite and provides a framework for future launches. So this is a very, very big deal. Obviously, this is what the market's getting excited about. It sounds awesome, sounds crazy, sounds exciting. How profitable is it going to be? How much money are they going to make? What's the bottom line going to be? The revenue, that type of stuff. We'll have to wait and see with stuff like that because, yes, it sounds cool, but obviously if you're getting into a stock, you're also caring about the financial aspect a little bit as well. Next up, we were talking about Bmbl Incorporated. This is ticker symbol BMBL. Obviously, the kind of online dating app platform, whatever you want to call it. They had their quarter 4 earnings today, as you can see there. And hey, this is a great day for Bmbl, up 41.9%. Another company up massively. And taking a look at the year to date, pretty crazy that, hey, even after a 40+% day for Bmbl, they're still down 32%. So coming into today, they were down 52.58%. And yes, a 41.9% update is not going to remedy that. That is pretty crazy. But hey, maybe they were undersold, or maybe they were oversold. Maybe they were undervalued. Maybe things are starting to turn around for Bmbl. What we have on them here is that shares of the online dating company surged nearly 42% Wednesday. This is coming from CNBC.com. Fourth quarter revenue was just short of expectations. So, I mean, that's kind of interesting that they didn't even beat expectations. They didn't even meet expectations, at least on the revenue side, but they're still up massively today. But the big news is that BMO upgraded Bmbl to outperform from market perform, saying in a note to clients Wednesday that the stock still had significant room to run. And that's kind of interesting because when we zoom out on this one, I know this one IPO'd not too long ago, February of 2021. It's just kind of gone down and down and down and down. So they had it at market perform before, but I would argue that it was never performing at market before, and now all of a sudden to say it's going to outperform the market, I mean, yeah, maybe if they're just saying it's so undervalued, so beat down, whatever. We are down to a 15.97 PE ratio, so maybe it's starting to get into an attractive valuation. Maybe it will get to a point where it can eventually outperform the market, but ever since its IPO, this has not been a stock that the market has cared for or liked or anything like that. And they didn't even meet their expectations. I don't know. This is one that I'm staying away from, at least personally. Then we have Asan Incorporated. Now, I had never heard of this company before. So taking a look at what we got on the right side here. Asana is a web and mobile work management platform designed to help teams organize, track, and manage their work. Kind of interesting. And this one had a really, really weird day. Asana was up 9.78%. This is another fourth quarter earnings we have. Obviously, we're getting to like the tail end of earnings season, so still having some major moves, still having some volatility in the market, but for the most part, most of the major earnings are done. We had all the big ones, the Apples, the Microsoft, everything like that. But this stock was up 10% during the day, but after hours down 20.61%, and that's on the day. So that's a crazy drop from where we were. We closed yesterday at 44, and right now we are sitting at 38.90. This is crazy just to see how up we were and then how down we are after hours. So what's the story with Asana? Is that Asana stock is tumbling. The company is warning of larger losses. From Barron's.com, shares of Asana are trading sharply lower in late trading Wednesday despite better than expected results for the company's fourth quarter. So this is weird. Bmbl announces less than expected revenue and results, and they go up massively. Asana does better than expected results for the fourth quarter, and they're down massively. But as always, context matters. You got to dive a little deeper into the story. The earnings news was overshadowed by Asana's plans to step up its rate of investment in the business and its forecast for a higher than expected loss for the fiscal year of 2023. Now, hey, they're stepping up spending. Is that going to be a good thing? Is it going to be for a reason? Or they're just spending more money and going to lose more money? Like, how can they be spending more money and not get something out of it? There has to be, you have to be gaining something for all the spending and stuff you're doing. But who knows? We'll see there. Obviously, the market did not love to hear that. But the interesting thing about this company is that their co-founder and CEO, Dustin Moskovitz, has been steadily and aggressively buying Asana shares in the open market since June. He's purchased more than 19 million Asana shares at a total cost of more than $1.2 billion. He controls 54% of this company's stock. So obviously that's crazy. This is ticker symbol ASAN. I don't know if I ever said that. But yeah, even though the stock's been down year to date, we're down 31% over the past year. We're up 52% though. So, very, very volatile, very up and down. But hey, the CEO believes in this one. This isn't one of those CEOs that's selling out, jumping ship. He's here to stay, and he thinks these are decent prices to buy. Maybe we should look into that a little bit as well. But finally, the biggest news of the day, at least in my opinion, comes from Amazon.com Incorporated. This is ticker symbol AMZN. A nice move today, 2.4%. It was a little bit underperforming the S&P, but overall, solid day for Amazon, especially a company of its size. $1.42 trillion market cap. It was at 27.85 when it ended the day, but after hours, this thing skyrocketed. For a couple of minutes, it was above 3,000, which would have been, almost 10% up after hours. We're now kind of settling in this high 2,700 range. And the news here is that from Bloomberg.com, Amazon jumps on plan to split stock and buy back up to $10 billion in stock. Obviously, those things are both pretty great news. The stock buyback of $10 billion, that's going to be a more direct benefit. That's obviously very, very good. The stock split is very debatable. People really question, hey, why is just splitting the stock? Why is that a good thing? It doesn't change anything about the company. And yes, it doesn't. But it looks better. It's a smaller number. It's more accessible to people because, hey, the price tag of Amazon, $2,700, that can be overwhelming. That can be intimidating to a lot of people. But to me, the biggest thing is that, one, it makes it potentially easier for it to get into some other indices. Obviously, Amazon's not really worried about that, but hey, is Amazon going to end up getting in the Dow? Something like that? I don't know, but it can change some little things like that. But also on the options side of things, right now, Amazon options are impossible to even get. They're just too much money. They're just absolutely ridiculous. But cutting this down then makes Amazon more susceptible to the options market, which can be good and bad. It can, make it more volatile. It can have some bad things, but I think it can do a lot of good for the stock price as well. And again, get more people involved in it. But this is definitely a big story, and it's going to be interesting to follow. But that is pretty much it for this video today, guys. Definitely drop a like if you did enjoy it. I would appreciate that so much. Leave a comment down below. Let me know what you guys think about any of the stocks we talked about in today's video, or just anything that happened in the stock market today. I'd love to hear your guys' thoughts and opinions. Subscribe, save today, and all my latest content. Hope we catch you guys in the next one. But until then, peace.